When you do something like this to an infant, you are playing God with them. You're changing their lives against their will, without their vote, I should say, without their vote, for the rest of their lives.
Psychologist Howard DeVore has worked with intersex people for the past 15 years. He knows their struggles.
Many of these people, many of these intersex individuals are quite terrified to expose their genitals to anyone, let alone somebody who they have worked hard to become close to and intimate with. It's a very, very hard life.
Dr. DeVore says his intersex patients are often just as emotionally scarred as they are physically scarred.
It really causes them to be isolated in a way that is terrifically painful to watch, and it is only because too much cutting has been done.
It was.
Now, LA's first local news in prime time. Prime 9 News at
obese, like Harry Stone, who tips the scales at 606 pounds. He may spend a lot of time in bed, but that doesn't mean he has a sizzling sex life.
We've been married 2 years, and I mean, she'd probably be embarrassed by me saying this, but we've never had sex in 2 years because I'm too big, too fat.
So what do men do who are too pudgy to perform?
We hug and kiss and play footsies, but that's it.
People who do become morbidly obese will have trouble gaining access to their own genitalia and will have trouble doing insertion and thrusting just because of the physical barrier that fat pad can represent at 100 pounds overweight. And as that fat pad increases in depth, it will look to them as if their penis is shrinking, sometimes like shrinking into their stomach.
All right, well, Dr. DeVore, what should I say if I'm a parent and I've watched the show and I realize that there's a whole spectrum of sexuality in the world, and I want to make sure my child is at least best suited when they reach puberty? What should I say?
I want the OBGYN to come in and say, you have given birth to a healthy intersex child. There can be a provisional assignment as male or female, but the child may make a choice different than that later in life. And at that time, we can put that child or that young adult in touch with other people who have had surgery and who have not, who are with the same syndrome, to help them make a decision for themselves with their informed consent before any cutting is done on them, before anything is removed from them that isn't medically necessary, so that they can have a life with the most potential for full function, both sexually and intimately, so they have a chance to have their own identity, as opposed to one that is botched by the result of a guest ad assignment when they are too young to express their own identity.
That's what you should say.